All right, let's go out to Robbie and welcome to Miami, Florida. What's up, Robbie?
Hi, Dr. John. I'm excited to talk to you today.
I am more excited to talk to you. What's up?
So my question is, how can trust be restored, and if it's that possible, and how can we do it?
What happened?
So I've been married for 8 years, and when we had our son in 2019, everything was kind of, slowing down because of the pandemic, right? And my husband, he led me to believe that we were going through some financial problems and stuff like that. So,
hey, Robbie, talk directly into the phone for me, okay?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So,
your husband was leading you to believe that y'all are going through some significant financial difficulties?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so I picked up extra jobs, extra shifts, and I was, doing everything I could to help, and everything I got from those jobs, I would give it to him to help pay bills and everything. And then a couple of years after, I discovered that he was putting the money aside, and it was a large amount of money, like $40,000.
Okay. So he told you, "Hey, we're broke. I need you to get on the horn." So you have this newborn, and you go get 1 job, 2 job, 3 jobs, and you're working like crazy. Is he working like crazy too?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are working, and you think y'all are just treading water. Turns out he has a secret account with $40,000 in cash in it.
Yes.
What was he doing with that money?
Well, he said he was just saving it for emergencies and everything, but I had no idea about this money or the account.
Okay.
I had no access to it, so kind of seemed shady to me.
Yep.
And okay, so we talked through it, and then we used the money to put down on a down payment on a house for us. And then a few years later, he's doing it again. So I kind of.
What is it about your home that you don't know on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis what your financial situation is, what the bills are, and how much money's coming in? Like, I'm trying to think how I could pull this off with my wife, and I couldn't because we share a checking account, and we talk on a regular basis about how much money my paycheck is going to be. I work on commission, so how much money's how many books we sell, right? And how many speaking gigs I got. So, I know, and then the electric bill comes, and then the water bill. We don't have water bill because we live out on the moon, but we've got all these bills, insurances, and things. So I'm wondering, with you, how would you not know or have some context if he comes to you and says, "We're broke, wouldn't you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not.
Yeah, I didn't care much, because he used to handle all finances, and I work part time and use whatever I got to, take the kids for a fun day or something like that. So I never worried about too much because I never thought, this would happen. And now I'm more cautious of it. And because of it, too, everything that he does seems a bit shady to me.
Yeah, but hold on. This is going to sound strange, but I'm going to kind of defend him a little bit. And I'm only defending him because he's not on the phone. If he was on the phone, I'd be having words with him, but he's not here, okay?
Yeah.
You don't participate. And in fact, you keep your money. You have your job. He has his job. I'm assuming his job pays for all the bills of the house, takes care of everything, and your part-time job just was fun money for you and the kids.
No, I help at the home, too.
Okay. All right. So you're putting it in the central pot also. But by your own words, you're not involved. You're not participating. You're just putting money into an account. And he says, "I got it." And you're like, "Great. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to think about it." And so when he decides to handle it how he wants to handle it, because he's on his own out there, and in fact, most of the time people call this show, their husband has spent $40,000 gambling or on escorts or something, not putting it into an account as a giant emergency fund for the family. So I'm not going to say what he did was right, and he did it without you knowing. And maybe he said we're broke because he has a goal of $50,000 because he wants to get us out of get y'all a house. And so it sounds like y'all need a Control-Alt-Delete on how y'all communicate with one another and how y'all handle money inside your own house.
Okay, there's one piece of information.
Okay.
So we are not originally from the U.S.
Okay.
We were born in South America.
Okay.
And this money, it was not in account here. So it was an account in his country, our country, that only him and his mom had access to it. Maybe that's why that was a big problem for me.
Yeah, so is he sending money home?
Yes.
I know that's a huge, I mean, that's a super, super common thing that people come to the States and then send a ton of money home.
Mm-hmm.
He just did it without talking to you?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, and this is a hard question. Again, he's not on the phone, only you are. So I'm asking you. I don't want to sound like I'm picking on you, but you're the only one here.
No, yeah, I understand.
If he was to come down and sit with you and say, I feel a deep obligation in my soul to help take care of my mom. Or, honey, I'm scared. Bills are piling up. I'm hearing about this thing called COVID. I'm hearing about this thing called inflation. I don't understand. I need us to have a season where you go work 2 or 3 jobs, and I know you're going to miss the baby, but we need this. I'm going to put in overtime. How would you respond to that? Would you say, oh, absolutely, I'm 100% in on our marriage and on what we're building here in the States? Or would you say, I'm not doing any of that?
Oh, no, I will be completely on board.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking that is sometimes if our partner's not safe, if the person that we're doing life with isn't safe, we whether that's with secrets, whether that's with fears, whether that's with money, whether that's with whatever, it's common that we create another world just to exist, right? We have to carve a little bubble of safety out in our lives. That doesn't sound like that's happening here. So can you rebuild trust? 1,000% yes.
Okay.
But you cannot do it without two key ingredients for rebuilding trust. Number one, everybody has to come to the exact same table and put everything out on the table. All the secret accounts, all of your wants and needs. He's going to say, I need to take care of my mom. And you're going to say, I want you and me to build a life in the States. Right? You have to put all of that stuff on the table. The second thing is, if you say, the person who feels deceived, my husband told us we were broke. He actually was secretly saving money so we could buy a house, secretly saving money so we could be safe. But he didn't tell you, and he may have lied to you about it or hinted around it, and he was also giving money to his mom without telling you, whatever. We call that financial infidelity, okay? So let's say he cheats on you with money. And if you choose to stay, the second thing is you cannot continue to beat him up every day of the week moving forward. If you choose to stay, you choose to go all in again also.
Yeah. Okay? I don't do that. I understand. It's just I don't feel like, I completely trust him.
Absolutely. But have you sat down and said, here's what I need to trust you? I need access to all the accounts. I need an accounting for all of our money on a weekly basis, on a budget meeting every week. Okay. Is he doing that?
Sometimes he tries to get out of it, but yeah.
Okay. Most of the time, this type of issue is not money related. This type of issues, other things are going on too.
Okay.
Is that true about your marriage, or is your marriage perfect other than the fact that he's secretly saving money without telling you where it is?
Oh, far from perfect.
That's right. Usually this sort of divide, this sort of disagreement on how we're going to be a steward of the resources that we have, it sounds like y'all both work your butts off. Y'all are both hard workers, right?
Yes.
And you both love your baby?
Yes, we have 2 kids.
Okay, you both is he a good dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you'll need to sit down and say, who do we want to be and what do we want this to look like? Okay. If I gave you 2 tickets to the Money in Marriage event that me and Rachel Cruz are putting on here in Nashville, would y'all be able to make it up here? They're $799 tickets. I'll give you 2, one for you and one for your husband if y'all wanted to come. It's a weekend.
Wow.
It's a weekend marriage retreat.
That's awesome.
You have to find someone to keep your kids, and it's in October. You can stay on the line, and Jenna will get you hooked up with the details. It's October 23, I think, that weekend, if I'm not mistaken. But we have a few tables left, and I'll give you one of them. And it would be a whole weekend on how to learn to come together as a couple. We're talking about sex and intimacy and all that. We're also going to talk about how to handle your money and how to handle your money together and how to dream about what you want your life to look like and reverse engineer that into the present and build it forward. Would you be into that?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, so hang on the line. I'm going to hook you up with those 2 tickets. If you're not going to come, though, let us know because those tickets are really valuable. They are selling out real fast. And so if you're not going to be able to make it up here, I understand coming from Miami to Nashville, that's a big commitment, both in travel and in getting childcare and stuff. But if y'all want to come, I'd love for you to be my guest. And we'll at least give y'all the tools to put all of these questions on the table that y'all are going to address. But for everybody else, listen, if you want to rebuild trust, number 1, everything's got to be on the table. All the secrets. The second thing is, if y'all choose to stay, you choose to work hard to rebuild the trust. And I'm going to add a third one. You both have to be very clear about what you need to help rebuild trust. That's it. Those 3 things have to happen if you want to rebuild trust. And then it's just going to take time. There's going to be ups and downs, 2 steps forwards, 5 steps back. He's going to have a glance. She's going to turn over her cell phone. He's going to put some money in a thing. He's going to give money at his local. It's a thing y'all are going to do together as you grow together. But can you rebuild trust? Absolutely, yes.